Welcome to VFM's 3 p.m. News. I am your presenter, Narissa Bostwick. On the local scene, the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, through the Ministry of Tourism, Civil Aviation, Sustainable Development and Culture, is set to host the 8th OECS Council of Ministers Tourism meeting tomorrow, March 28 at Beachcombers Hotel. The meeting will be held under the chairmanship of Senator the Honorable Adrian Thomas, Minister of Tourism, Creative Economy and Culture of Grenada. Tomorrow's high-level gathering will bring together ministers of tourism from across the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, OECS, to discuss critical issues, strategies, and collaborative initiatives to strengthen the region's tourism sector. The meeting will focus on advancing sustainable tourism, enhancing regional marketing efforts, and fostering resilience within the industry. A welcoming ceremony was held on Union Island earlier today for the Guyanese military contingent that will work alongside local contractors and tradesmen to aid in the reconstruction efforts in the southern Grenadines following the passage of Hurricane Beryl on July 1st last year. Speaking at the ceremony, Dr. Idalia Ferdinand, Coordinator of Recovery and Reconstruction in the Grenadines, expressed thanks to the government and the people of Guyana for their support and said she looks forward to working with the Guyana Defence Force contingent.
We have had the opportunity of interacting with the Advance Party, who has been on island for the last 2 weeks. And already it has been a very fruitful and positive experience. We therefore look forward to working with the remainder of the team as we continue with the recovery operation post-Hurricane Beryl. We are always grateful when our Caribbean family partner with us, especially in times of disaster, to not only support the recovery, but to build better and to be more resilient. We extend thanks to the government and people of Guyana for their love and continued support, and we look forward to a great working relationship. As we continue the recovery, we thank all of the stakeholders for their support as we continue to work together to build a more resilient nation.
Meanwhile, Contingent Commander Lieutenant Colonel Cranston France of the Guyana Defence Force said this deployment fulfills a commitment by the President of Guyana, Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, to support CARICOM states during hurricane crisis.
The aftermath of Hurricane Beryl was devastating to Union Island, severely affecting lives and livelihood. This deployment fulfills a commitment by our President and Commander-in-Chief, His Excellency, President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, to support CARICOM states during hurricane crisis. So on behalf of the President of Guyana, Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, and the people of Guyana, I would like to express our deep solidarity and commitment to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. During this time of recovery, our nations have shared long-standing bond of friendship and cooperation, and strong relationship between our President, Dr. Ali, and Prime Minister, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, serves as a foundation for our joint efforts. Their personal and professional partnership has allowed us to respond swiftly, and I dare say effectively.
That was Contingent Commander Lieutenant Colonel Cranston France of the Guyana Defence Force. The Ministry of Education and the National Reconciliation says it has become aware of a video being circulated on social media and is deeply concerned about cases of bullying taking place in our educational institutions. In a statement, the ministry said, "We firmly believe that every student has the right to a safe and supportive learning environment, free from harassment and intimidation." It emphasized that bullying in any form, whether physical, verbal, or cyber, will not be tolerated. We are committed to implementing and reinforcing robust anti-bullying policies and procedures across all schools. This includes providing comprehensive training for educators, fostering open communication with students and parents, and promoting a culture of respect and empathy. The Education Ministry says it recognizes the importance of addressing the root causes of bullying and will collaborate with relevant stakeholders to provide the necessary support and intervention. Additionally, the ministry continues to bolster its psychosocial support mechanisms by providing school counselors at schools, as well as providing wider services through the Student Support Services Unit. The Ministry of Education and National Reconciliation urges all members of the community to join in its efforts to eradicate bullying and to create a positive and inclusive educational experience for all students. In regional news, the United States top diplomat, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, has announced major plans to help improve the security situation in Jamaica. Since the start of this year, Jamaica has recorded a 34% decline in murders compared to the corresponding period last year, with a 19% decline in all major crimes, which Rubio noted and described as impressive. But with the fear of crime remaining high across the island, Rubio emerged from bilateral talks with Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness in Kingston on Wednesday to announce that the U.S. wants to do more to assist in the fight against crime. According to Rubio, it is acknowledged that many of the guns used to commit crimes in Jamaica are purchased in the U.S. and shipped there. The Secretary of State also announced that the Joint Operations for the Logistics and Technology Fusion Center, a collaborative effort between U.S. and the Jamaican law enforcement agencies, which tackles lottery scamming and cybercrime, will be strengthened. The Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, GPHC in Guyana, has acquired 3 new boiler systems valued at approximately $210 million. These systems are essential for sterilization. It produces high-pressure steam to kill microorganisms such as bacteria, viruses, and fungi on medical equipment and instruments. According to Newsroom Guyana, Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony commissioned the machines on Wednesday. He commended the hospital on the successful implementation of the new boiler systems and highlighted their impact on infection control. Meanwhile, GPHC's Chief Executive Officer, Robbie Rambaran, outlined the significance of the steam plant, noting its role in sterilization and laundry services. He explained that steam is needed for sterilizing linens, instruments, and dressings. However, he revealed that the hospital's previous boilers had deteriorated due to a lack of maintenance. On to news on the international scene. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, announced today it is cutting 10,000 full-time employees across health agencies, the department told CNN. This comes on top of 10,000 employees who have left voluntarily, shrinking the workforce from about 82,000 full-time employees to 62,000. In its announcement, HHS said it will consolidate from 28 to 15 divisions, including a new administration for a Healthy America, and will reduce regional offices from 10 to 5. The agency said the workforce reduction will save $1.8 billion per year, adding that HHS' new priority will be to end America's epidemic of chronic illness by focusing on safe, wholesome food, clean water, and the elimination of environmental toxins. But the agency also said it will ensure that Medicare, Medicaid, and other essential health services will remain intact in the restructuring. And finally, the news at this hour. 6 tourists were killed and 39 rescued when a submarine sank in the Egyptian Red Sea, the local governor confirms. The accident happened around 1 kilometer off the coast of Hurghada. According to BBC News, the governor says the tourists were from Russia, Norway, Sweden, and India. All 6 who died were Russians. And this has been WFM's 3 p.m. News. I have been your presenter, Narissa Bostwick. Do join us again at 5:30 p.m. when we will bring you our next newscast.